21st century universities. Societies give and respect the academic freedom of universities because they expect universities to play critical roles in transforming societies. If universities fail to perform this role, then they could have no relevance to society. Our universities must therefore ensure that they are relevant to the needs of our 21st century Kenya, region and the world. A 21st century university should be able to partner with others nationally, regionally, and internationally. It should also leverage on the opportunities offered by the fourth industrial revolution to stay ahead of the pack. Such a university should engage in research that will find solutions to the most pressing challenges of our present time. At the national level, universities must be at the forefront of playing a pivotal role in integrating research and innovation in priority areas of national development. The programs and the trainings in our universities have to be responsive to the demands of the market and to our national development agenda. In addition to training and producing highly skilled manpower, universities will inculcate the necessary cultural and social values in their graduates to enable them function in a dynamic, diverse, and democratic 21st century setup. At the regional level, our universities should be aligned to the regional integration agenda and to various regional development blueprints such as the African Union's Agenda 2063. They should play their role in the achievement of shared commitment to transform Africa into a global powerhouse. I call upon our universities to find their place in steering the realization of the international development agenda as expressed in the United Nations Agenda 2030 on sustainable development. Kenyan universities should be counted among the universities with a high global profile in world rankings on the basis of their research and innovation output. This can only be achieved if our university graduates remain competitive in the global market, there is relevant research output, and if the universities maintain strong community outreach activities. I am well alive to the challenges that many of our universities face today. My administration acknowledges the indispensable role of the university subsector and is therefore keen to find solutions to these challenges. This commitment is well articulated in the Kenya Kwanza Education Charter. As you know, I appointed a presidential working party on education reform in September last year with a clear mandate to undertake a comprehensive review of the education sector and to make recommendations on how we can address the current challenges and improve our education system. I expect to receive the report of the working party at the end of March. My administration will work with all the relevant stakeholders to implement the recommendations so as to revitalize university education in this country. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to state that the government has never contemplated or planned to privatize our public universities. My administration is committed to supporting public universities by developing an enabling legal and policy environment and providing funding through capitation and loans to students. I am decision, and I repeat, while these proposals have been made, no decision of the working party before an informed is made on the way forward. As I conclude, I wish to commend the university for the strategic initiative that it has taken to launch the Kabianga Endowment Fund. This is an initiative which, if managed effectively and efficiently, will go a long way in safeguarding the financial sustainability of the university. The endowment fund is an effective mechanism of developing a strong resource base to support scholarship and the infrastructural development of the university. This proactive approach to addressing the financial challenges facing many of our universities is commendable. I call upon other institutions of higher learning to pour a leaf from this university and to explore various ways of safeguarding their financial sustainability. My administration will support such initiatives as part of our commitment to strengthen the university subsector and the education sector as a whole. Ladies and gentlemen, the University of Kabianga fraternity, I wish you all the very best as you begin this new chapter. Thank you all. May God bless you and God bless Kenya. Thank you very much, Your Excellency the Governor and all of us, the Kabianga family, the Vice Chancellor. That is the message from His Excellency the President of the Republic of Kenya, and I don't have to repeat, but he has made it very clear that in the terms of reverence, as given the Presidential Working Party, which has only 1 month remaining, in order to submit the report to him, one of them is on the university subsector. His Excellency the President and all of us in the Ministry of Education are aware of the challenges that the university subsector is undergoing at the present. Almost all our public universities, particularly on matters financial, on matters capitation, and that is why he appointed that particular team, and the team has been able to engage various stakeholders. They have been able to get the recommendations and the views of Kenyans, which will be presented to His Excellency the President in a month's time. After the presentation is done, His Excellency the President will be able to direct as the recommendations will be, and those of us in the Ministry of Education and other sectors will be able to, after that, effectively implement what is contained in the recommendations of the Presidential Working Party. So I want to assure Kenyans, because there are people who come, I think these bodies from somewhere, they say government is privatizing universities. There is nothing like that. There is no time, and there is totally no time that the government can never contemplate to privatize public universities, because we are aware the very important role that education plays in the socio-economic transformation of any other country. And this is one area that the government can never privatize. I think there are people, Your Excellency the Governor, sometimes they don't have issues to engage in, so they come up with their own imagination and they say government is doing this, when actually there is no government from the Ministry of Education and the CS. At no time has anyone ever heard me or any of my officers saying that there is anything like that in the office. Second, we have not said, the Vice Chancellor has had a meeting in Mombasa last week on Tuesday. Even during my opening of that particular meeting in Mombasa, at no time did we ever say, or my principal secretary, that government has come to a decision where we say the school fees should be increased from 16,000, the way it is now, to another figure. That again, it does. I'm saying, a moment, the school fees, let me say this, the school fees is how much as of now? The school fees that you pay is only 16,000. How much do they pay? So what we are saying is that government has not increased school fees, and all that was done in Mombasa, the Vice Chancellor's Conference, was just people giving their views, and as government, we have not been able to make a decision on matter school fees. So government is continuing giving money the way we have. Second, the other thing I want to say is on CPC. Good people, we thank God for giving us William Samoei Ruto at the right time, because where the country was moving to, the country was moving into an area that we would have totally messed and destroyed our education system, but courtesy of the president and in his wisdom, he created the Presidential Working Party and were able to engage in the 47 counties and the major stakeholders in matter CPC, and considering the views which came from Kenyans, we domiciled CPC in primary schools, and I want to assure Kenyans that we have issued the textbooks, 17,800,000 textbooks covering all the subjects. There is a curriculum review that is being undertaken by the Presidential Working Party, and also that part will be presented to His Excellency the President in 1 month's time. The teachers, we have posted some, and we have engaged with World Bank. We are also coming, building laboratories. We will be able to do 40% countrywide, and the other 60% OPU-free. We are also engaging our members of parliament so that they can be able to do laboratories from the kitty that they get in the CDF. So I want to assure you that all is well in that sector, and the government has given a total of 15,042 in the form of capitation, which will also be going to our junior secondary schools anytime from now, because we have been able to get the figures of the enrollment in each and every junior secondary school, such that that money will be able to assist in certain essentials required in those particular level of secondary schools. Finally, Your Excellency, I want to assure you that government is going to work hand in hand with Council of Governors, because one other sector that His Excellency the President is so passionate about is mothers' technical and vocational education. Technical and vocational education, we want to take it to a level where our students in those particular institutions can get international, they can be able to compete internationally. If it is a welder, if it is a plumber, and from there, they will be able to access opportunities all over the world, because Eastern Europe, Canada, there are so many opportunities which we want our young people to access, and we are even going to come up with dual certification. So kindly also, if you have your brothers, your sisters back home, let them get into this institution. Thank you very much. My brother, the governor, has agreed to give us land, which I also agreed, because as we were discussing, we said something with him, that he is going to do something, I also do something. And what I was thinking about was to ask him to donate 100 acres of land to Kabianga University, and if he does so, which he has confirmed, I also confirmed that from the ministry, from the government side, we will also be able to give funds so that we start an innovation center. So, Your Excellency, start the process. Once I make sure that there is a title deed for 100 acres for Kabianga, I will also fast track. In fact, one of the areas that I will be able to